My name is Paul Salley. I'm Director of Product Partnerships here at Inside Real Estate. I'm excited to have with us today our guest speaker, Alicia Berruti. She is the national speaker for BombBomb. Alicia, thanks so much for joining us and walking us through a little bit of a deeper dive and some applications on how everyone can implement the use of video into their business.
Thank you, Paul. Anything that you need to say before I jump in?
No, just really excited to take the opportunity to discuss a little bit more about how to use video. I know that we've had webinars in the past demoing our core video product and how you can get started using core video, but I'm excited to set the stage a little bit with you. This is more of a strategy webinar, so folks will be able to get the knowledge that you have to share with us about the more of the how and the why of using video. So thanks so much for taking the time. Looking forward to learning myself as well.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys having me on. This is going to be a fun session because it is more strategy based. I'm going to show some examples that if you've been on one of our previous sessions, you may have seen already. But then we're going to dive into the actual framework and what you should be saying. So over the session, I'm going to give you guys some ideas for both building relationships with video as well as keeping the spark alive. And I'm going to give you 4 frameworks for effective communication. I'm not going to give you scripts today, and I'm going to tell you why. Little known fact about Alicia is that I have been a paid actor since I was 12 years old. I know a lot about reading scripts or teleprompters or things like that. And I know that if I give you a script today, you're going to get stuck on trying to use the same words. And the truth is that you are probably not a good enough actor to use my words and for it to sound convincing that they're your words. So what I'm going to give you is a framework, and I'll give you the elements of what's supposed to be in that video, and I'll let you hear it the way I do it so you have an idea. I'm also going to share with you a strategy that generated an agent $11 million in listings in 90 days. You're definitely going to want to pay attention to that. And then I'm just going to share with you a couple tips on the anatomy of a really good video email. Before we jump into the strategy, I just wanted to share one quote with you. I got to see Tiffany Bova speak at a Tom Ferry event a few years ago. She is the global customer growth, sales, and innovation evangelist at Salesforce. She was actually named in 2016 one of the top most 50 influential marketing people in the country. So she knows what she's talking about. And I love this quote that she said from stage. And she was talking to a few thousand real estate agents. And what she said was, do you want to be better at your job or not? Do you want to be more human or less human? Automate the things you can, but human contact can never be automated. I'm excited to show you some of the places in your sales process over the next few minutes where you don't necessarily need to automate it, but you get to be a human being and show up. So the first section I'm going to show you here is video for building relationships. Now, obviously that first touch is a really, really important step in building the relationship. We know that consumers usually work with the very first agent that they meet first face to face. Now, that first agent may not be the most qualified or the most experienced. It comes down to connection, right? When they have the connection, when they feel connected to that agent, it's easy to say yes. So you can do this pre-recorded or in the moment. I'm going to show you an example of both. This generates a response because it gives you an opportunity to stand out, not just from any other agent that they may be speaking to, but it also gives you an opportunity to stand out from the digital pollution in their inbox, right? If you are reaching out to a client that you've never interacted with, a potential client, a lead, the likelihood that they have gone to a few other agents' websites, or maybe they went to Zillow and they're hearing from a lot of agents, is really high. So the simple act of sending a video, you're going to stand out in the inbox, you're going to stand out from other agents, and they're going to have an opportunity to start to build that connection. So I'm going to play Jesse's video for you. Like I said, if you've been on one of my sessions before, you may have seen this example, but then we're going to dive into the strategy.
Hey there, Carmelo. How you doing? Jesse Peters here. Hope all is well. Just wanted to touch base with you. Say yes, I would love to have the opportunity to meet you guys, talk about the housing market over in the River Heights area, and see what your options are for summer if you're looking at putting your house on the market. Obviously, just out with my daughter right now before it starts to rain. So I will be available later tonight. You can reply to this. You can reply to this email, and I'll be more than happy to set up a time for.
So I'm going to show you a pre-recorded version as well before I give you the framework and the strategy. I love this one because she doesn't send this at the very beginning. This isn't her first touch. This is once they are starting to get a couple emails from her. But this is a pre-recorded, and what you're going to see is that you still get the same sense of who she is, even though it's not personal, even though she's not saying their name in that moment. And you can do this as part of your process. You can have a pre-recorded first touch video so that if you're in the grocery store or you're walking into a listing appointment and you have that notification that someone filled out a form on your website or someone's requesting information, you can just grab the pre-recorded video and send it off. It's still going to be really effective, but it's always going to be better if you can say their name. So I'm going to show you this pre-recorded version so that you can see the difference.
Hello, my name's Melissa. You signed up for our website looking for a house or just browsing, and I just want to introduce myself so you know who's sending you these emails, who might have left you a voicemail. It's me, Melissa. Just want to let you know if you're just browsing, then enjoy, because our site is perfect for that. But if you need help, if you're looking to buy or sell a house, I'm your girl. I'm pretty good at what I do, and I just wanted to let you know who I am. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Okay, so a lead comes in. What do? Well, you're still going to call, okay? Video does not replace the phone call. The goal of video is to get you to that point of connection. So you're still going to call. Now, how often do you call and not get to speak to them? Well, that's where the video comes in. So if you connected with them, great. I would still recommend sending a video after you speak to them on the phone for the same reason that she said, you know, I wanted you to put a face to the name, right? So you're still, if you spoke to them, perfect. Just send a quick video, say, hey, thank you so much for chatting with me. I'm really excited for our upcoming appointment, or I'm going to send you some of that information, whatever it is. You're going to still confirm that you spoke to them, or if you did not speak to them, this is where you send your video, okay? So your framework for your first touch video, if you're taking notes, jot these down. If you want to take a picture of the screen with your phone so that you have them the next time you need to record a video, that's a great way to do it as well. I always recommend that because I take notes all the time, and then you have to go digging for them, where if it's on your phone, you're going to have it right there. So your first touch, you want to use a whiteboard or an app or something with a greeting or their name. You saw on her slide, right? Because it wasn't personal. Oh, let's see if it'll show me again. Oh, it's not going to show it because I already played the video. You see, we take the first 3 seconds of your video and we animate it into this automatic loop. So I like to recommend using a whiteboard or an app, okay? So I use the app Make It Big. I'm going to pull it up here on my phone. The nice thing about that is that you can just write the person's name on the app, right? Or you can use the whiteboard. This is a great way to catch their attention as soon as they open up the video. We all know the difference between a personalized email, where that's maybe a mail merge field where they've plugged your name in there. That's not actual a personal message. Putting the person's name on that whiteboard lets them know right away that this is actually for them, and that is dramatically going to increase the likelihood that they press play, okay? We're psychologically drawn to our names. So that's the first thing. You want to use that whiteboard, write their name or the big. I just saw in chat there again, what app did you use on your phone? And it's called Make It Big. I have it there on the screen. That's what it's on for iOS. I believe for Android, it's called something different, but you can just search big text in your app store and it should find it, okay? All right, this is the important part. This is the framework for what your video should sound like. Empathy, value, call to action, okay? The first step of your video needs to be the empathy piece. This is where you connect with them. So something along the lines of, hey, I know that this can be an overwhelming process, especially, in the age of COVID. Or, hey, I know that you requested more information about listing your house. I know the idea of listing your house right now might be overwhelming. The idea of strangers coming into your house. I just want to ensure you that I've been, selling homes safely. Or maybe if they filled out a lead request form on your website, it's, hey, I know that you might be hearing from a lot of agents. I just want to introduce myself so that you can put a face to the name, right? Empathy. You want to align yourself with them, okay? The second piece is value. Now, this is important, okay? This is not where you talk about how great you are and all of the houses you've sold, okay? The value that you need to offer here is, what is the next item of value that they're going to get by taking the next step? Is it a home buyer, their own home buyer site, or their search site that you're getting them set up on? Is it maybe you have a PDF white paper on getting your house ready to list? Maybe you want to offer a CMA for them, whatever it is. What is the next item of value? It's also important here that you don't ask them to make a trust leap to the end of the transaction. On a first touch video, if you say something like, I cannot wait to get your house sold, or I can't wait to get you into the house of your dreams, you are asking them to make a trust leap with someone that they haven't built trust yet with. So the value is, what is that next item of value that they get, okay? And then, of course, the last piece is the call to action. What is the next step? Please, please, please do not ever send a video to someone, especially a lead response video that says something like, let me know if I can help you. No. Okay, be very clear. Reply to this email with some dates and time for us to connect. Click the link to schedule some time on my calendar. You want to be very clear about what the next step is, okay? And then again, you want to keep it to 1 minute or less, because we do put that timestamp on the video so they know how long it is. Statistically speaking, if that video says 1 minute or less, because we do it in seconds, all the way up to the 1 minute mark. If it says 1 minute or less, the 58 seconds, 57 seconds, you're going to see a massive increase in the likelihood that they're going to play it. So I gave you your framework: empathy, value, call to action. This is my version of what it could sound like, okay? Hi, Julie. It's Alicia from XYZ Realty. I just wanted to introduce myself to you. Thank you so much for stopping by my website. I know the idea of going out and looking at homes in the age of COVID might be a little bit overwhelming, but I just want to ensure you that this is a safe process. We have lots of things in place, and I am so excited to get you set up on your own home buyer site. It's perfect. You can customize your options. Just reply to this email. It'll only take about 3 or 4 minute quick phone call for us to get you set up. I'm so excited to speak with you. Let me know some dates and times that work, and I'll chat with you soon. Right? Real easy, okay? Empathy, value, call to action. I already showed you this slide, but just want to encourage you there. Again, even if you're doing a pre-recorded and you can't write the person's name on there, you can do something like, this video is for you, or like you saw on that other automated video, let me introduce myself. But that little bit of motion there, that something to capture their attention, can be really, really effective in getting that video play, okay? But obviously putting their name is always going to be a massive win. All right, so your second strategy on the building relationship side is the follow-up, okay? Now, you should already be doing some form of this. So this isn't like a massive change to your workflow. You're just doing it more effectively with video, okay? Listing appointments. This is a huge one. The amount of agents that have told me that that follow-up video they send after their listing appointment is their most valuable video is massive, because especially if you are in a competitive listing situation, right? Inventory is low. We know that there are not enough listings to go around. This is a massive differentiator to any other agent that they might be talking to. I have had agents tell me specifically that their listings tell them, you know, Tom, we were talking to a few different agents, but that video really pushed you over the edge. So I'm telling you, This matters, okay? Open houses. I don't know, depending on what area of the country you're in, you may or may not be doing open houses, but you can send one video. If you're on the upgraded core video, you can send one video to an entire list of people that came through that open house, one video to follow up, differentiate yourself, remind them who you are. So one note on this is that it really does need to be personal, not automated, right? You can do an automated lead response, but this needs to be personal to either the property or to that conversation. 80% of sales require at least 5 follow-ups, and 44% of salespeople give up after just one, right? The reason why they're not responding to you or signing the contract may not be that they don't like you and they're not going to work with you. It's just that they're not quite there yet. So you want to stay in front of them and build that familiarity, remind them who you are and what it's like to work with you. Keep pouring into the trust. So your framework for the follow-up. Number 1, gratitude. Okay. This isn't just my opinion. This is science. Harvard did an entire research study on gratitude and communication. And basically what they found is that actively using gratitude in your communication, in your business communication, vastly increases your social capital. Social capital is a nice way of saying that it gets people to do what you want. So I'm telling you, the simple act of making sure that your follow-up video starts with gratitude is going to increase the likelihood that they will take that next step that you want them to take, okay? So it always starts with a thank you for your time. The second step of your follow-up video is active listening. You want to repeat back something that they shared with you, either about their goals for selling their house or what they're looking for, or something personal. This is really, really important because it shows that you were listening to them and not just spitting out your listing presentation and talking about all of your amazing marketing stuff, okay? This is a crucial step to building trust. So you start with gratitude, active listening, repeat back something that they shared with you personal. And then of course you always want to repeat next steps, okay? Either theirs or yours. This is really important. In fact, consumers often report on the fact that when they're dealing with salespeople, they are always sort of unsure about what's supposed to happen next, right? Like, were they waiting for information from me? Are they sending me something else? So you just want to be really clear, okay? So your framework, gratitude, active listening, next steps. Here's what my version of it sounds like. Hey, Paul, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to meet with me and talk about what you're looking for in your home search. I am so excited to get you into a house with a yard for your puppies, so you're not doing those early morning cold walks anymore. Like I said, I'm going to send you over the step-by-step instructions for setting up your own buyer profile. If you have any questions whatsoever, let me know. I'll be happy to help you with that. Talk to you soon. Right? So gratitude, active listening, next steps. Any questions on this section before we move into keeping the spark alive? Any specific questions around strategy or video before we keep going?
I do want to note that Nick on my team is manning the Q&A chat, so feel free to ask questions inside of the chat. He'll be responding to you as well.
Awesome. Let's see, I do see a couple here. Okay, so Lucian wanted to know about having pre-recorded video library. That is on the upgraded version, correct, Paul?
Yes, that's right. So Core Video Premium, you have access to your video library. You also get a complimentary BombBomb Essentials account. So anything that you record on your BombBomb account or inside of Core Video, we'll be talking back and forth to each other.
Perfect. Couple other quick questions that I do want to address here. I saw someone asking about using a custom video thumbnail for the video instead of the video preview. Would that be acceptable? Couple things here. It's not that it's not acceptable, but it's not going to be as effective for you. When BombBomb, we used to have a static video thumbnail. And we went from having the static video thumbnail to the animated preview. We saw our customer video play rates increase by about 49% immediately, just from the animated preview versus the static thumbnail. The other thing that I would encourage you, the idea of having a custom thumbnail, if it's like your logo or anything like that, it's not human. It is not going to perform as well. In fact, any kind of thumbnail that's edited, whether it's got the thumbnail or maybe you use like a static shot of your logo or anything like that, it's not going to perform as well because people view that as marketing as opposed to communication. The rawness and the authenticity of you just holding their name up and waving is actually what gets the video play. So I just want to encourage you on that. A couple other things here. I see a question about virtual backgrounds. We've had a lot of questions about this since COVID, especially with Zoom, giving the virtual backgrounds. There's still some debate about whether that's something that we're even going to offer, but it's the same thing as the thumbnail. I want to encourage you that human always performs better. Okay. We've been doing this at BombBomb for over a decade. And I promise you, a video with a background that maybe is less than perfect in your house, or maybe, it doesn't look like an office, is going to perform better than a virtual background that looks like a virtual background. It's just going to perform better. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to jump through and I might come back to these questions at the end, but I'm going to keep going. Those ones were the ones that looked like more specifically to that. So I want to give you guys some ideas now for keeping the spark alive. Okay. National Association of Realtors says that over 80% of consumers said they would work with their very same agent again at the point the transaction closes. In reality, it's less than 15% of consumers that use their same agent. And there's a massive disconnect here, okay? And the disconnect is not that in those 6 to 7 years since you helped them sell or buy their house, it's not that they don't like you anymore, okay? The disconnect happens is that the relationship drifted apart, right? They didn't feel as close to you anymore, or they simply forgot who you were. And they just decided to go with someone else. So I just want to encourage you that there's a tremendous amount of value to using video to maintain the relationship and keep those warm, fuzzy sparks, right? The reason why when transaction closes, they say, oh yeah, I would 100% use this agent again, is because they have all those good, warm feelings about you. They feel connected to you in that moment. And video is a way to keep the connection going. There is a dramatic difference between getting a video from your agent talking about the market versus getting a mass email blast with a whole bunch of text that just gives random numbers about the market, okay? So this first idea here, I call a surprise CMA or an unsolicited CMA, okay? This is our friend, Jimmy Burgess. He's down in Florida, BombBomb customer and friend. And this strategy specifically that he used generated him $11 million in sales in 90 days, okay? So these are people that he already has in his database. These are past clients. This is, you can do this as just part of your long-term nurturing strategy. You can do it as shifts happen in certain areas. Low inventory. We know there's low inventory right now. This is a great way to maybe get some, listings. But the reason why this is so effective, okay? Number one, it's personal. This is not a mass blast about what's happening in the market. Sending a video out to your entire database saying, oh, the market's so hot, there's low inventory. If you're thinking about listing, you should list. It's not going to have the same effect. They're going to gloss over it, okay? This is effective because it's personal and you're speaking directly to their property, most likely their biggest investment. The other reason why I love this over video is that you're not calling up your database and saying, hey, are you interested in knowing what your property would be worth? Because they're probably going to say no. What you're doing with this is you are giving them the information and you're just sending it off as an item of value. But now they get to watch it without the realtor on the phone, right? It's not the, are you thinking about listing? No, 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 no. They get to watch that information and their wheels start turning when they realize how much value might be in their house. And now they can watch that video back. They can send it to their partner or their spouse and say, hey, you should check this out. And then they're going to start to have the conversation. So I'm going to show you this video. I'm going to walk you through it step by step with the framework afterwards. But I'll let you see what Jimmy does here. He's using our screen recorder where you're recording your videos. You have an option to record your screen. That central record button is right in the middle. But when you open up your video recorder, over to the left of the center record button is another button. It's a red record button with a broken frame around it. That's how you record your screen. That's how Jimmy's doing this.
Hey, Carrie, it's Jimmy Burgess. Hope you're doing well. Wanted to give you an update on what's been going on at Adagio. We've had some changes there. So let me just kind of pull this in here and kind of get you to a place where you can really kind of see a little better exactly what we're looking at as far as in Adagio right now. One of the things, I'm pretty sure you know this, but A, B, C, D, E, F, G, as far as the building numbers. And so what I want to do is I want to come in here and talk specifically about some of these that have sold recently in the last year to give you an update on your value to get you a better feel for where we are. So what I did is I just kind of broke down. Obviously, the ones that are off the water are going to be the ones south of $1 million. The ones on the Gulf are going to be the ones that were this higher price. So I'm going to really focus in on your place here to give you an idea. So if we're looking at this, basically.
All right, so we're not going to watch the whole video. You don't need to watch Jimmy go through the whole CMA. But so here's your step-by-step framework for this, okay? The first thing is that you can use Google Earth to let them know it's personal, okay? It creates a really compelling thumbnail. When a client opens up an email from their trusted real estate agent and sees Google Earth zooming in on their house, okay? It's a very compelling thing. If I open up an email from my real estate agent and I see the first thing is that 3-second GIF of Google Earth zooming in on my house, I'm gonna wanna know why he's talking about my house. If you don't do that, a Whiteboard or the app can do the same thing, but you want to make sure that they know that this is personal to their home. This is what makes it effective. So if you're going to use the app, I would maybe write their address on there and, say something like, update 4 with their home address. But this is how you do it with Google Earth, okay? So you're going to get your comps ready. You're going to look up the MLS data and you're going to have that open in one tab, okay? That's your job. I'm not going to tell you how to pull comps. You better know how to do that, okay? So you're going to have the MLS data and the comps up in one tab, okay? And then you're just going to open up another tab and you're going to load earth.google.com. You're going to type in their address, but don't press enter yet, okay? So now you've typed in the address. Now you're going to open up your BombBomb screen recorder, right? It lets you, if you're using 2 screens, it lets you pick which screen. If you're just using a laptop, that's fine. It'll record everything that's on the screen. You're going to start your BombBomb screen recorder. It's going to give you the countdown just like you get when you're recording a video. It gives you the 3, 2, the screen flashes. And as soon as the screen flashes, you're recording. So all you have to do is press enter on Google Earth and start to talk. And it's going to create that 3-second GIF so that as soon as you start talking, it zooms in on their property, their video's right there. And then you just toggle over to your other tab with your MLS data open. You talk them through the comps and you send it off, okay? Now, with your first touch videos, your follow-ups, I definitely said you want to keep those under a minute. For a video like this, where you are providing value that they care about, it's personal to them, it's interesting, it's relevant, you can get away with maybe a 3 or 4 minute video. You don't want to go too long. You don't want to go in depth. This is just enough to whet their appetite, get them interested, get those wheels turning, okay? So important things here. Remember, value, value, value. Make it about them. Provide value. Offer some more value. Maybe, again, you could say that, if they're interested, if they're maybe thinking about listing, that you've got some great information you can send over about getting their house ready, or, what makes a difference in regards to upgrades. Offer value, provide value. It's going to work. Okay. Last note on this, pay attention to tracking, okay? Tracking is your friend. If you have seen that one of your clients has gone back and watched your surprise CMA video 3 or 4 times, what do you think that means? It means that you should probably pick up the phone and call them, okay? And don't be embarrassed or feel weird about telling them that you know that they went back to that email a couple times. It's 2021. Tracking email opens is not this like weird, shady technology. It's not a big deal if you say, I saw that you opened the email several times. Can I clarify information for you? Or, do you have any questions? Just be honest about it. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? All right, your last idea here for keeping the spark alive is milestones and holidays, okay? Happy birthdays. You might think it's silly, but I'm just going to talk to you from the perspective of a consumer/person who gets happy birthday videos, okay? If I get a postcard or a card in the mail from my real estate agent or my lender or my dentist's office that says happy birthday, that is one-way communication, number one, which does not necessarily increase connection or build a relationship or keep the spark alive in a relationship. It's checking a box, especially because as a consumer, I can say almost without a doubt that if I get a birthday card in the mail from my real estate agent or my mortgage lender, they didn't do that themselves. They input it into a CRM. It spat me out a card and it showed up at my house on my birthday, okay? So that's the first piece, number one. Checking a box that you acknowledged a client's birthday through some automated system does not strengthen a relationship. Remember what Tiffany Bova said, human contact cannot be automated, okay? But here's the second thing about it. When people have birthdays, right? Facebook tells us, I've already started getting Facebook messages and LinkedIn messages about my birthday, which is tomorrow, okay? This happens every year, right? I might get 150 people that will write happy birthday on my Facebook wall. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, HBD, right? It all blends into a complete sea of names and you don't necessarily, it doesn't stick out. Guess what? I have about 4 or 5 people that send me a video for my birthday every single year. These are real estate agents, mind you, some lenders. I remember which of those people send me a video because it's different, right? So if I'm a consumer and I have 150 people that write happy birthday on my Facebook wall, but my real estate agent sends me a personal happy birthday video either in Facebook Messenger or over a text message or in an email, that is memorable. The last thing that I want to say about this that I think is so, so important. Remember I mentioned that getting a birthday card or a postcard in the mail from your real estate agent is one-way communication. It does not bring more connection into the relationship. However, you send a personal happy birthday video over Facebook Messenger or text or email to one of your clients, and the likelihood that they're actually going to just hit the reply and be like, oh, wow, that was so sweet. No one else sent me a birthday. Thank you for birthday video, right? Oh, thank you for thinking of me. Now you're having a conversation. It's actual connection, okay? So these are our friends, Mark and Laura. I love showing their birthday videos because everyone smiles. It puts a smile on everyone's face. I'm going to give you a framework for this, but I just want you to see it real quick. I'm not even going to play the whole video.
Did you pop up?
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Happy birthday, Glenn. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. And here we are.
Here we are.
To wish you well.
Cold and frozen.
Cold and frozen, to be sure. Are you ready?
Ready.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Glenn.
Listen, I know the likelihood that you're going to sing to your clients is probably low. I'm going to give you a framework for this. One more thing on the holidays, though, all of the reasons why a personal happy birthday video is better to a client for their birthday. And I mentioned Facebook Messenger. Using our Chrome extension, you can grab the video with Chrome extension and drop it into Facebook Messenger. I don't like Facebook Messenger's video option because you're holding the button down, and as soon as you lift your finger off of the button, it sends the video. so you don't get a chance to like re-record if like your children start screaming in the background or anything. But the Chrome extension, you can just grab the video and pop it into a Facebook Messenger message if you want to stay on Facebook. The other thing that I just want to say on this is mass videos for holidays is such a great way to stay face-to-face with people. You can do it if you're on the Core Video Premium, you can send one video out to everyone at one time, right? It doesn't have to be just like Christmas or, you know, the big ones. St. Patrick's Day is coming up. You could send a quick video to your entire database with a leprechaun hat on and green glasses saying, Happy St. Patrick's Day. Stay safe out there. Don't drink too much green beer or whatever, right? It's just about keeping that spark alive. So real quick here, your framework for a human happy birthday, so that you don't have to be one more person just writing HBD on their Facebook wall. The reason why people just say HBD or happy birthday is because they're not sure what else to say. If it's not a close friend, right? I have so many business people that will write happy birthday on my wall, but there's no point of connection, so they don't know what to say. Here's how you do a really great happy birthday video, okay? Pick something specific about the day to share with them. If you have a personal history with them, great. If not, pop culture, on this day in history, a celebrity birthday. There is a silly national holiday for every single day of the year. You can do a 10-second Google search to see what silly holiday it is or what celebrity they share a birthday with, so that you have something to say other than just an awkward happy birthday, okay? Keep it short and to the point. The goal here is connection, but nobody wants to watch a 3-minute video on their birthday from their real estate agent. No offense, they just don't want to. I feel like it's important to say that because I do know of a client that took this idea and ran with it, and he sends like 4-minute birthday videos where he lists out how many days they've been alive, how many times that the Earth has rotated. Like, it's just ridiculous, okay? So keep it short and to the point. The last piece is be you. Have some fun with this. People want to work with a human being, not some static, boring business person saying, you know, happy birthday, another year, right? So just have some fun with it. If you are silly and eccentric, be silly and eccentric. If you're a history buff, share with them a significant thing that happened on this day in history. They're going to feel more connected to you, okay? I'll give you my quick version of this. Hey, Paul, happy birthday. I don't know if you know this or not, but you actually share a birthday with Elvis Presley. So it's pretty cool to share a birthday with the king of rock and roll. Have an amazing day. Go celebrate yourself, right? Super easy, just to make it a fun human happy birthday. I know we got people that probably have to go. I just want to share this last slide with you before we let you go. I shared with you some strategies, right? Some strategies and frameworks for getting that first touch, confirming your appointments, keeping the spark alive. But a couple things on the anatomy of a good video email here, okay? Obviously, your subject line still matters. I just want to encourage you that putting video in the subject line is a massive benefit. It both increases the likelihood that they're going to play the video, but it's also a differentiator in the inbox, right? We all do the same thing. We open up our inbox and we scan to see what's important. Say about 95% of my 10,000 one-to-one videos I've recorded say video for the person's name and then whatever a normal subject line would be. But I use video for in the person's name because it captures their attention, okay? You want to make sure you have an opening line. The worst possible thing you could do with video is just send the video. Okay, you want to make sure that you still say something at the beginning of that email. Hi, Paul. Hey, Sarah, whatever it is, okay? You also want to use a line of text to drive the video play, all right? Hey, Paul, so great connecting with you today. Press play on the video for some follow-up information. Right? Just a little bit, just a line of text to drive the video play. If you are going over steps or important information, you do not want to leave that all in the video. You don't want them to have to keep going back and playing the video over and over and over again to get the information. So if you're confirming an appointment, for example, put the information in the body of the email, the time, date, and location. If you're walking them through a couple steps, speak to it in the video, because we can understand information that's spoken to us more effectively than reading it. Walk them through the steps in the video, but then in the body of your text, just bullet point it so that they have those steps again as a visual representation after they've already watched the video. Okay. Last thing that's here is really, really important. You need to have something underneath the video, okay? If you do not put anything under the video, it can be as simple as thank you, okay? If you do not put a line of text underneath the video, there is a chance that their inbox might truncate the message, and therefore that big, beautiful video thumbnail is not visible anymore, okay? It's as easy as just putting something below the video. This is just an example of one of mine, right? Hi, Ashton and Ann, press play on the quick video below, and I will keep you posted as I work through a resolution. My video, thank you for your patience, okay? So that's the anatomy of your video email. You just wanna make sure that you have text above the video, an opening line to drive the video play, your video, supporting bullet points if necessary, and then if not supporting bullet points, at least one line of text underneath the video to make sure that they still see the thumbnail. I know, Paul, you want to jump in and show them how to access Core Video Premium, correct?
Yeah, I just want to show you, thanks for all this application and the cadence of how to go about communicating. I just want to show everyone real quick as a refresher how to access this recorder and also the Chrome extension. I think there's a lot of value in that to access the screen recorder. And then something that you mentioned, Alicia, is being able to record your screen from anywhere and share out. The Facebook example you gave me was great. So let me just share my screen here. All right, so this should look familiar to everybody. Inside of your KV Core account, you have a couple of areas that you can access Core Video powered by BombBomb. You'll notice this video message button here. You can click on that, or somewhere where it's a little bit more intuitive is when you're looking at a contact record, you can click on this Core Video link. And from there, you can open up the BombBomb recorder that's built into Core Video and record that individual message. I will mention that with the premium offering, you can send this to many contacts and as a text to many individuals. So you can record it there live, or you can access your library and select a video that you've already pre-recorded that would be appropriate. I do want to mention the personalization. Alicia showed us that example of a pre-recorded video that was still highly personalized. So you can leverage that ability as well. Up here, I sent inside of the chat the link to the Chrome extension. I'll make sure that everybody has that when we send out the video recording. But once that's added to your Chrome, you can click on this little BombBomb icon, and that will allow you to record a video on the fly wherever you are online. So you can record a video, or you can toggle over here to the screen recorder that will allow you to record your screen. And then the last feature I do want to call out is the advanced editor inside of KV Core. So once you're inside of KV Core, you can actually create a designed email that you can communicate out to. Alicia gave the example of a holiday communication. This is a great opportunity to create a designed email to send out. Once you've designed it, you simply just click on Core Video, drag it to the appropriate spot inside of your email, and then you can select a video directly from your library and input that there. So a lot of different ways that you can leverage Core Video powered by BombBomb to really drive home and increase the efficacy and humanization of your communications. And as Alicia has shared with us, the results speak for themselves. People want to talk with an individual, someone that they can connect with, especially with a purchase or a transaction process as big as buying or selling a home. So Alicia, thanks again for all of your insights. Really appreciate that.
Yeah. There's a lot of questions. I have time to stick around and answer questions if we need, or you tell me, Paul.
Yeah, we've got another solid 15 minutes. That would be great if you wouldn't mind sticking around and answering some of these questions. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So let's see here. Okay. I had to scroll to find the ones I hadn't answered yet. So someone wanted to know about the small picture down in the corner, like Jimmy did for the unsolicited or the surprise CMA. That's a function of the screen recorder. As soon as you turn the screen recorder on, it's going to have your little video down in a corner, as well as the screen. Cool thing about that is you can actually drag where your video is. If it's blocking information, you can just drag that somewhere else on the screen. Really, really easy to do that. Someone was asking about tracking. I'm not sure where the tracking is visible inside of the core platform. Do you guys have support articles on that? We could maybe chat there. Yeah,
we'll make sure to include that. But right now you can track the emails by going into login.bombbomb.com. There's a KV Core icon that you can click on there and it'll automatically SSO you into there, and there's some tracking on your emails. And then if you have the Chrome extension downloaded and you use Gmail, there's also a tracking feature inside of there, but I'll make sure to include that article on the sending out of this.
Awesome. Someone wanted to know about quality on recording a phone versus a computer. That's really going to come down to quality of camera. So most of us on newer phones, the quality of the camera on the phone is going to be great, okay? So if you don't have a great built-in, if the quality on your computer, the camera isn't great, you can use your phone easily enough. I will say that you can get a pretty good external webcam for your computer that aren't real expensive. We really like Logitech. That's what a lot of us here at BombBomb use. I'd show it to you, except I'm speaking on it, so I can't show it to you. But I think this one that I use, it's like a $60 or $70 camera. It's not really expensive. The nice thing about this one is that it does actually autofocus and correct for light. So if it's dark, it can do a little bit of correction there. But the quality is really just going to come down to the quality of camera that you have. We do encode the video in multiple formats as well, so that we can deliver the best quality that person can handle. Courtney wanted to know, will the video play inside the email? So there are 0 inbox providers that will allow a video to actively play inside of an email, except Gmail will allow YouTube videos to play because they own YouTube, right? So what we do is you have the whole email. We have that animated 3-second preview so that when they open up the email, they see the motion. As soon as they press play on the video, the whole thing opens up in its own window and the video plays automatically. So the video is there in the email, or for all intents and purposes, the video is there in the email. As soon as they press play, it just opens up and plays automatically. So you're not navigating them somewhere else. There's nothing for them to download. The nice thing is that the inbox doesn't see it as a video. If you were to attach a video, that would be a massive file that inbox spam filters would flag and be like, oh, there's a massive file in this. So the nice thing is you don't have to worry about getting flagged because you don't have like an attachment or anything like that, but then they just press play and then you're speaking to them directly. This is a great question for you, Paul. Carrie wants to know, in KV Core, can you set up a campaign for a new lead to receive a video?
Yes, absolutely. Great question. So you can set that up. You go into Marketing Autopilot, and there you can set up campaigns. And inside of the templates, you can create an email template that would have a video incorporated into that automated email.
Perfect. So Carlos wanted to know how much of those features are available in the base KV Core versus the premium core video. I'll let you speak to that, Paul.
Yeah, great question. So the free offering of core video inside of KV Core allows for 10 direct video emails to be sent a month. So that is a one-on-one video email that you can send to an individual, and you can send 10 of them. So that's the free offering. The premium offering offers everything else that we've discussed: the Chrome extension, the ability to have a video library, the complimentary BombBomb Essentials account, the ability to send text messages to many individuals at once, same with emails, as well as the ability to record and send video via the KV Core mobile app.
Perfect. So I'm seeing lots of questions about the Chrome extension. So I'm gonna give a verbal explanation of the Chrome extension. So the Chrome extension is available to you on the Core Video Premium, okay? Like Paul said, on your free version of Core Video, you can just send 10 one-to-one videos, one person to one person a month, okay? Now, on the upgraded, on Core Video Premium, you also get access, in addition to being able to send in mass, you have unlimited amount of videos that you can send over the month. You're not limited. You can, like I said, you can send one video to an entire list of people, your entire database. But in addition to that, you get the Chrome extension, okay? The Chrome extension is just like any browser extension that you would use. You add it onto a Chrome browser, and now up in your browser, you will always have a little bomb icon. Now, from that bomb icon, you can record a video, you can record your screen, and you can access your entire video library. So a couple use cases here for that Chrome extension. I'll go back to the Facebook one, right? You're an agent, you're on Facebook, you see that Julie Simpkins is having a birthday and 100 people have written on her Facebook wall. You want to stand out. You want to maintain that face-to-face connected relationship. You're already in Facebook. Your Chrome browser is already there. The bomb icon is right up there, right? You just click on the bomb icon. It pulls open the recorder. Hi, Julie. Oh, I just saw it was your birthday. Happy birthday. I don't know if you know this, but you actually have a birthday that falls on National Cupcake Day. How wild is that, right? Then when you're done recording your video, it's going to give you an option to either copy link or copy for email. And this is the cool part, okay? The copy link is for dropping into like WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger or LinkedIn Messenger or anything like that. You just copy link, you paste it into Facebook Messenger, the video thumbnail will populate. Now you get to speak to her directly, okay? The copy for email will also let you take that video file and copy it into any email program. So you could be in Apple Mail, you could be in Hotmail. Please tell me you don't still have a Hotmail account, but you could potentially be in Hotmail, record a video in the Chrome extension, copy for email, and just paste it into the body of the email, and that thumbnail will populate. So the Chrome extension is really, really diverse because it gives you the recorder and your video library anywhere you are on the internet. I hope that clears it up for some of you. Let's see, what else do we have here? I saw there about Facebook. Anything else that you see, Paul?
Yeah, so here's the Facebook one. When posting on Facebook, will Facebook ban you if posting on a personal page, business-related videos? Business pages I'm not concerned with, but Facebook has been hypersensitive lately. I haven't experienced this personally because this isn't, I mean, you're not going out and doing a major Hollywood production. These are organic videos that you're producing. I haven't seen any flags come through on that.
Yeah, neither have we. And we're posting video content constantly. I saw a question about the CMA. Doug wanted to know how many videos does he send out per week? So Jimmy, whenever he's in, when he's in that like, not prospecting mode, I guess it is prospecting with your database. What he usually does is he just does one a day. Whenever he's, when he's committing himself, like, okay, I need to get some energy. I'm low on listings. I need to, get stuff out to my database. He just does one a day each morning. So it doesn't take you a massive amount of time, right? If you did this first thing at the beginning of your day, you went to your database, you pulled up a past client, you did the MLS data, you record the video, you send it off. It should be like less than 15 minutes to go through that whole process at the beginning of your day. So I would encourage you, if you're going to do this, start with one a day, right? See what your time is like, see what kind of responses you're getting. I saw someone here said it seems like it would take an incredible amount of time. Is there a service to help with creating campaigns? Courtney, here's the best thing about this, okay? You don't have to sit down today and start recording a bunch of videos and figuring out a video strategy, okay? I shared with you 4 different opportunities. So let's say, for example, if you have a conversation with a client today, perfect. After you hang up the phone, send a quick video. Right? Just log into your core video as soon as you hang up the phone and send a quick video saying, oh, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to, chat with me today. I really appreciate your time. Send a video there. Or if you have a lead come in today, right? If you have someone requesting information today, then record a video using empathy, value, call to action. You don't have to spend a lot of time building a lot of content. This is just your communication, but you are communicating in a more human-centered way to help break through the digital pollution noise, to differentiate yourself, and to connect with people faster. So I would encourage you, don't look at all the information I shared today and get overwhelmed. Just start with one idea, right? Just start with one idea and do that and get that muscle memory going, and then you can add on to your strategy.
Right. A question I've seen quite a bit is, what's the cost of Core Video Premium? It is $30 a month with no commitment.
Which is an incredible price. So for a long time, you could not get that kind of pricing showing up and buying it individually. So you guys have a really great opportunity to upgrade inside of Core Video so that you have all of the functionality inside of Core Video where you're already working, plus the bonus functionality of having the Chrome extension and the mobile app and things like that. I love that. Monica said $30 is a no-brainer. I agree with you, Monica. I love this. Someone wanted to know about sending more than one video in an email, if it's advisable. Let's say you have a seller that needs help with multiple things. You wanted to pull pre-recorded items from your library. That's actually a great suggestion. I highly recommend having frequently asked questions, next steps, things like that in your video library. If you are going to send multiple videos in an email like that, my suggestion would be to use the Chrome extension and use the copy link option, right? Because then you could say, hey, Monica, I wanted to send you a couple videos, walking you through next steps, or, I actually recorded a video to answer your question. And then you could post the links so that they would show up in the email as the link, and then they could just click on the links, as opposed to if you put the multiple video thumbnails in there, it's just going to make a chaotic email that they're going to be confused by. I mean, you could potentially do that, but it's going to make a really chaotic email. If you're sending multiple videos, I would suggest use the Chrome extension, use the copy link, and put the links in the email. Great question, though. I think that's about it. I don't see anything else.
No, if there's more questions that come up, feel free to reach out to us at Inside Real Estate, inside of KV Core, or by emailing marketplace support@insiderealestate.com. We'd be happy to make sure that you have resources and answers to your questions.
Yeah. Well, I so appreciate you guys letting me share some strategies with you. The one thing that I would leave you with is, don't get overwhelmed. Start with one idea and do some of those, and then come back to more strategy. But if you try and do it all today, you're going to throw your arms up and say you're overwhelmed and you're not going to do any of it. So start with one, be human, have some fun with it, guys.
Yeah, thanks so much, Alicia. Really appreciate your time and for sharing everything with us today. And thank you everyone for attending. We'll make sure that we get this recording sent out so you can review and start sending out your videos as soon as possible. Thanks. Take care, everyone. Bye.